What's up, guys? We are back with Steins Gate. We are finally back to time travel in a show about time travel, and it was so awesome. So let's just hop right into it, because we see Okabe finally coming to terms with the fact that he's going to need a time travel to change what just happened. And I'm kind of piecing things together from both reading some of the comments without actually trying to be spoiled, though it is kind of hard. Thankfully, nobody's really spoiled much. Actually, nobody's really spoiled anything, because I'm still in the dark as to what's happening. But I'm slowly piecing some things together as to how we get to Steins Gate, the main story, the original story arc. So in this episode, we see a couple things. Okabe finally comes to terms with time traveling again to try to save Mayuri and Suzuha. He just openly says to Maho, here's how we did it, here's what happened, now let's get to work. And they complete the time leap machine because he finally just gives up the information that they used to complete it in the first place. Because he has these just, who knows how long time travel-wise, of just trial and error and trial and error. He has so much experience with this trial and error kind of thing that he's had to deal with, that we finally see him put it to good use. And so they hack into CERN, which I'm kind of confused. I guess they didn't need the IBN 5100 for this part, because it's not the code that needs to be cracked to get to their time travel data, because he already knows how to do time travel. So I guess they don't need that part of it, but he's able to get in to do the compression. He's also able to, or, well, Daughter is able to hack in, get the compression down. They're able to figure out what's going on with the CRT and how to get that to work, because he already knew. It was really cool to see him finally just be like, screw it, here's everything that we did to get it to work. It was awesome. Along with that, we have this moment of realization where Okabe goes back to the where the time machine exploded on the top of the radio building, and no bodies were found. Now, somebody said in the comments that no body was found, so in terms of time, it's kind of ambiguous. Like, and I'm guessing because no bodies were found, it is actually ambiguous as to whether they lived or died. So I don't really know whether they lived or died, but seeing how they can change the times, change the world lines by tricking time in a way, tricking the world, I can imagine that this is where he gets the idea. If you haven't seen Steins Gate 1, I'm about to spoil it, but whatever. This is probably where he gets the idea to tell himself in the original Steins Gate series, here's how to change the timeline to save both of them. Trick yourself, and go back and trick the world. Like, as long as what you see in a certain point of time happens, whether it actually happened or whether it was just something you saw and thought happened, that world line still exists. And you've created, well, no, I'm sorry, you've created a new one. So it's kind of like the way they're going about it. I think this is how he comes up with those ideas. The D-mails, he's, coming up with a video for yourself, telling him how to trick himself. I think all of this comes from him experiencing this, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll have to see if that's what happens. As for him traveling back in time, he does travel back 48 hours before what happened. Or not 48 hours before what happened. I guess sort of. It was a 48-hour time jump back, but he had to go through all the same hoops first before the spark of World War III. And man, was this interesting. I think, and he even said it himself, I think we found another convergence point, depending on what world line they're in, which I'm really not sure which world line they're in now, considering Mayuri and Suzuha's decision alone changed the world line a bit. I don't know if it's the same world line, but they may have found another convergence point with another attractor field causing the explosion of the time machine to happen over and over and over, no matter what attempts are made to change that. Here's what I mean. He goes back and he just tells Daru and Maho, start working on the time leap machine. No time to, ask questions, just do it, that kind of thing. And so because of that, he goes straight to goes straight to the radio building. And because he's able to go straight to the radio building, he encounters Mayuri and Suzuha just before they travel back in time, and says, go ahead, after, because he has to convince them first that he's obviously from the future. So he goes back, he tells them, you know, you're thinking about shooting me, but you're not going to shoot me, you're actually going to graze me. I only know this because you actually did it in the previous world line. So they're convinced. He says, go for it. You know, like, it takes a bit of convincing, because Mayuri tells him, you know, like, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give him a good old slap, which she actually does in the original Steins Gate world line, which I love. So he says, go ahead. Along with this, we see one of the motorcycle outfitted people, one of the two of them, show up. And I thought at first it was Kaguri. Everybody thought it was Kaguri. All the characters thought it was Kaguri. Okabe goes to attack her to keep her from stopping them. She knocks him down. Suzuha attacks, takes her down. Then we see a bit of a clip of the inside of the helmet. We see glasses. I know who that is. So we see that, and then once Suzuha takes her off balance, Okabe holds her down, says, go, run! Machine gun fire happens, and it's from Kaguri. She shoots Judy Reyes in the head. Yes, the other one was Judy Reyes. I was correct in thinking so. It was pretty obvious considering last episode they kind of revealed it. But she was dead in the last episode. This episode she was still alive, and they took her out. Or Leskinen took her out. I'm not 100% sure, because we hear like machine gun fire, then machine gun fire again, but Leskinen was holding a gun. I'm not 100% sure. Leskinen's here now. He calls in DARPA, and they start attacking, which then pushes the spark of World War III forward by a couple minutes. And now the time machine blew up again. This is where Okabe figures that he has probably met in another convergence point. And so now he has to figure out a way around this attractor field and try to figure out how to get that to work. So he's going to have to leap over and over and over and over again. And I'm really interested to see, because we're slowly seeing him come back to form as Hoin Kiyoma, willing to jump through time as much as it takes to finally get to the correct world line. And I'm really, really excited to see how they play on this. But until then, we're going to have to kind of wait and see. So overall, this was probably one of the most hyped episodes that I've watched, because there was a lot of action, a lot of finally seeing Okabe kind of coming back to being the character we know and love from the last season. Sort of. He's still a little stoic, a little hesitant, but at this point he is full on. And by the way, Amadeus is okay because Toru saved her, apparently. I guess. I don't really know. But Okabe wants them to delete all of the files and backups in the New World line, because that's what sparks World War III. So there's a lot going on, and I'd love to cover it on the review, but I'd like you guys to also go watch the video. I am trying a new link, so let me know if it works or not. It's a local file that I'm actually saving to my own personal server and making it accessible to you guys, which will give me a lot more storage, hopefully give me access to the files even after they're there, and I can fix things if things are broken. But I'm not sure how it's going to affect my internet bill, so we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. Head on down to the link in the description. Let me know if it works. Let me know if it works, because otherwise I'm back to Google Drive or something else. And apart from that, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to be there. Oh, leave a comment letting me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure to be there, and have a good one.